So, with this abortion laws and everything that's going on,
is something else now?
Well,
I'm tired of that.
not really. You have a man that
he pregnant. I'm asking. He might be pregnant. You seen that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that. So let me go and get the volume up to this. This the comments this man got was some of the most disgusting stuff ever. Wow. So this is a short video.
Okay.
But
I'm such a good dad.
I know, honey.
I took care of her kids too, and the guy that she's letting back in her life doesn't even take care of his own kids.
No matter what happens, Siler, you've done the right thing, man.
Wait, time out. I'm confused. What's happening?
I'm gonna let it play it again. Let's go and play it again.
He was at the abortion clinic?
Yes. He was trying to prevent his wife from having an abortion.
Oh, okay.
Don't let her
Help
go
her
in there.
to listen.
No, don't do it.
Oh my gosh.
That's kind of sad.
It's not right. It isn't right.
I'm such a good dad.
I know, honey.
I took care of her kids too, and the guy that she's letting back in her life doesn't even take care of his own kids.
What's up, Jackie?
No matter what
Beecham,
happens,
Zaire, Carmel.
Okay.
So,
What say you? Because I got something to say. But.
well, this video, it irritates me for a couple reasons. One, the comments that a lot of people made, they dogged this man, talking about he should have picked a better woman, all this other crazy BS. But if you heard what he said, the pregnancy was planned. So with the pregnancy being planned, they wanted to have this baby.
What changed her mind?
I don't know. Then
It
he's
might
taking
have not
care of
been
her
his
kids.
baby.
Huh?
It might have not been his baby. They have kids
Well,
already together? Or
They
was it
said
adopted?
the baby was an at-risk baby. But no, she has kids, he don't.
Oh. The baby is at risk?
They said the baby was an at-risk baby. But he still wanted to go through with it. She didn't.
If the baby is at risk, and I can understand her point, but it's still like, okay, that's her husband. It's not like some random motherfucker. That's number one. Number two, I don't know.
Well, because initially they said Brittany was at risk. You know, they said that it was a chance that Brittany had Down syndrome when they did everything. And that's one of the options they gave us. Me and my wife talked and we said, no, we're going to have our baby. We're just going to love our baby. And then when we went back, everything, you know, they said everything was fine.
Right.
And so, I don't know. My thing is, I would tell dude, look here, you taking care of her kids? I ain't taking care of shit now. You take care of them damn kids by yourself. I ain't taking care of shit. Fuck you and them kids.
I feel so bad for him.
And
yeah, she made that decision on her own. She didn't put in any. See, this is where the abortion thing comes into play, where it's just like, it's the woman's body, all that. But you have someone that is willing to go through with it with you, your husband. He's already, apparently we don't know him, but he's already taking care of kids that ain't his.
Right.
So what makes you think that he wouldn't be there for you and a child that may possibly have complications when they're born?
See,
you don't even know.
Here's the problem that I have with the abortion laws.
And anybody watching, please chime in your opinions, your thoughts, feelings, whatever.
When you talk about the heartbeat, I don't know. Last time I looked, something that had a heartbeat is living. I've lost a lot of respect for Alyssa Milano with that bullshit. Where women shouldn't have sex until they change this heartbeat. So what you trying to say is men just have no self-control. Because I guarantee you, if men stop dealing with women, it would be a shitstorm. So, what did they do with the blacks back in the day? They dehumanized black people. So therefore, when you went to go kill them, it wasn't bad because they were dehumanized.
But we established this already. That with these abortion laws, it ain't got nothing to do with black and brown people.
But I know the point. Here's the point I'm making. With the food they put on there, the reason they don't show you when they slaughter them is because they don't want you to think that, okay, this is a creature with life, so they could sell it. So there's no backlash on when you slaughter a pig or something like that.
Right.
What are they doing with the abortion? They dehumanizing the fetus. They're trying to say that the fetus is not human. The same way they said with black people are not human. So it makes it easier for you to kill them. I don't care what any of these pro-choice people say because they're hypocrites. They are. It's pro-choice. Any pro-choice person out there is a hypocrite. And I'm going to tell you why. If you have an abortion, you say, well, that's not a human being. But if you're pregnant and I kicked you in the stomach and you lose your baby, well, now you want to charge me with murder. But if it's not human, how can I kill it? If it's not a living being, how can I kill something
First of all, you taking this into depths of understanding that people ain't trying to get to.
But no, it makes sense.
Look at my cuz. She done made a little emoji face. She like, nigga, what?
If I break my computer, can I get charged with murder?
No.
It's not a human. It's not human.
Right.
So why, when you decide that you want to have an abortion, we look at it and say, well, it's not human. But then if I put you in the stomach, oh, well, it was a human. Make that make sense? Hashtag feel the real.
You so stupid. So Sam said that's like blaming the mama, saying she should have known he was shit before she got pregnant. People saying she should have picked a better dad. Really? But she was wrong for making that choice on her own. I agree. She was wrong for making that choice on her own. It don't got nothing to do with choosing a better dad.
But in the United States,
I say he wasn't the father.
That could be it. But this is my fight. In the United States, once a woman gets pregnant, the father have no say so. The woman can take the morning after. She can have an abortion. She can give it up for adoption. I mean, she got 1,000,001 things that she could do. A man has no say so. And I'm sorry. I don't believe in abortion unless extreme situations. Cases of rape, detrimental to the mother and kid. Somebody said, what about incest? Them two retarded motherfuckers decided to have sex anyway. Shit, I don't give, fuck that. Shit. And then, like one lady said, oh, well, I can't afford the morning after pill. So you can't afford the morning after, which is what, $40, $50? $50? How the fuck you gonna raise a baby?
Yeah, I don't know. There's always adoption.
But if how you gonna adopt? Shit. I mean, if you
give
can't
it up for adoption.
Oh shit. But
you say how you going to adopt? They ain't trying to adopt.
We talk about being responsible. In the United States, we allow women to be irresponsible. I've said this time and time again, because there's no way in hell that you could just sit up here and say, well, you two laid down, but he's at fault. And that's what we do. Because we always say, well, he should have wore a condom. Well, they got female condoms too. He need to man up. Well, why can't she woman up?
I don't disagree, but
you need to watch where you put your dick. Well, you need to watch who put their dick in you.
You need to watch where you put your dick.
Yeah. I'm just saying. So
that sounds like
no, but the thing is, when it comes to this stuff, we always want to throw the shade and the blame on the man because we'll sit up here and say, well, the man should have known better. Well, should the woman have known better?
I don't know. Let's see what some of the people are saying.
Go ahead.
Sam said, all people who are pro-choice don't look at it like that. That's true. I've seen. Because I'm pro-choice and I feel like the decision to terminate my pregnancy is my choice. Cuz said we don't know what's going on in their home or why she made that decision. How many women will abort a child they created with their husband? Clearly she has her reasons. Yeah. I say her reason is it ain't his baby, but I don't know. Sam said, technically, if you take the morning after pill, you don't really know if you're pregnant at that point. You're right, Sam. It's a precaution. Cuz said $39.99. Where? Last time I checked, that shit was $50.
Well, either way it goes. If you can't afford $39.99 or you can't afford $50, you can't afford no child.
The cheapest version is to not have sex, or condoms is not that expensive.
Carmel the diva.
Actually, you can get condoms at the free clinic if you really ain't trying to pay.
Well, Miss Carmel the diva, she told me to hold up because I just said some BS right now.
Ooh.
And I would like to know. Let's talk. You know,
This is on another comment on David's watch, just so you know if you don't see it on the page. Truth and Logic page. And we'll get to the comments on here as well from Mr. Hari Johnson and Sam and Kayla. Go ahead.
I'm waiting for her to respond. I told her to go and respond. She told me I want some BS.
So, Mr. Kari Johnson, how you doing? She said, I think you should both make that decision. Because what if he wants to be a father and she doesn't? She shouldn't want to be a father. Let me stop. What if he wants to be a father and she doesn't? Hold on, I lost the comment. I had a friend and he went through that. He wanted to be the father and she doesn't. Well, I don't know. Were they together? Was this a conversation that they had previously? Communication is key. Communication with comprehension. Comprehension is essential. So, if they didn't talk about, which, I mean, we humans, some people just don't talk about shit, especially if you ain't in a relationship or the conversation just ain't never come up.
Right.
That shit happens. So, you need to be talking to the people you're fucking. But, Sam said, women are irresponsible on their own. That's just placing the blame cross.
No. I did not say women are just irresponsible. What I'm saying is, we, in society, we always put the blame on the man. It's always the man's fault. And we never say anything about the women. That's all I was saying.
Right. Yo, so, Cuz said in the NYC, it's $39.99. Well, they should be cheap in the NYC because there's too many motherfuckers that live there already anyway. They need to bring it down a notch. Sam said swallowing is a precaution too. Sam, you're nasty. Kayla said, I am a huge supporter of the Trojan Barely Bear condoms. I agree.
Carmel said, how can you say that when some of these guys out here, when they get started, they take them off? A guy that has on the condom and take it off is a piece of shit. I'm sorry. Yeah. There's no other way to look at it. And honestly, I feel if you start off like that and you literally take that condom off, you should be charged with rape. You should have a rape charge. I'm sorry. That's the way I look at it. Yeah, if you don't look at it like that, I'm sorry, but
we know you're the controversial one. Jahari Johnson said yes, they were together, so they ain't had no conversation. He wanted the baby, she didn't. That's kind of fucked up. But I'm assuming no conversation was being had.
Well, if you have unprotected sex, we know one or two things can happen.
Right.
You could get pregnant, or you could get an STD.
Yeah. And I'd rather get pregnant than have a disease. What up, Pops? I see you join. Cousin said to Sam, I'll drink it before I carry it for 9 months. Y'all nasty. Sam talking about, hell yeah, I had a breath mint for flavor. You know what? I can't. This is a family show.
What? When? How this become a family show? You better watch it with your adult family.
Your adult family.
You better feel the real motherfucker.
She said, no, you said we allow women to be irresponsible.
No, in the U.S. we do.
Responsibility is a choice.
No, in the U.S. we do. No, responsibility is a choice. I'm going to tell you how we allow women to be irresponsible. Welfare. Whoa. You got women that hand welfare down like candy. Mm-hmm. They allow them to stay on welfare and have multiple kids and give them extra stamps.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you that chick that got the 8 kids by the 9 different men, if you limited how much welfare she would get, she wouldn't bring all those kids into a situation where she couldn't take care of them anyway.
And before anybody start, he means anybody, not the black community.
I'm talking about everybody. I don't never bring up race when it comes to that.
Because we already know who's the top motherfuckers when it comes to welfare. But Jahari Johnson said that they had been in a relationship for 2 years. Long story short, they broke up because of that. And she had their daughter and is now... She had the daughter now, but he's a single parent with full custody. She didn't want to have the kid, plain and simple. And so she decided to have the kid, and now he's a single parent. I mean, everybody says to be careful who you choose and your decisions. Sometimes within those decisions of you making them or thinking that they're right, shit just happens the way they happen. Kayla said, excuse me, there are more minority men on public assistance than women in 2019. You mean between black people or in general? Because last time I checked, it was more white women. I mean, where's the statistic?
I have to look that up because it's hard as hell for a man to get any type of public assistance.
Uh-oh, Sam. Please don't be on here trying to contradict yourself.
What she said?
She said, women don't have kids on their own.
No shit. Let's.
And cuz said, I say the word men loosely. The public assistance. You shouldn't have said men. If that's the case.
Let's call it what it is. Sam.
She said, we know what they do with them once they're born, then some blame can be placed.
Okay, let me ask you this. If a guy has 5 kids, 5 different women, and not taking care of them, and you have sex with them and get pregnant, whose fault is that?
I would just like to point out that this sounds like one of them annoying ass math questions back in the day. If you have 5 apples...
If you sleep with a man with multiple kids and he is not taking care of them, that's your fault.
He got 7 kids, but 0 responsibility.
Yes. I got into a debate with somebody about that before.
Somebody do that bad.
Well, I got into a debate with somebody about that before. They was like, well, Well, he still got to take care of his kids. Okay, well, let's say this. You got this bullshit stock. Everybody losing money. And you throw $1,000 in there. What they going to say? Oh, well, you know what? It was a bullshit stock. But here go your money back. No, they're going to say, why your dumb ass invest in that stock? It's like when you pick a man or a woman. Whenever you pick a mate, you have to look at it as a stock. Because you want to rise together.
Right.
You got too many men. Oh, she got some big ass titties. I'm over here. She got a fat ass, dog. You know, I'm over here. Oh, you got women. Oh man, he bringing it. He got that king dingling. He know how to serve some dick. Well, if that's what you going for, you get what you get. While you got the man over here, he might be about 5 inches, but goddamn it. Y'all can grow together, and he taking care of you.
I'm about to say something that people might not like, and this sounds like a David situation. Black people.
Don't want to say it, shit.
Should I say black people? I kind of don't want to pigeonhole us, but it feels like black people care more about cleaning their chicken than they do about protecting. They probably, did you clean that chicken? Did you put on?
That's
Don't come for me, y'all.
No, I mean, but it's true, and that's the thing. As black people, we could never get better until we can hash out what's wrong with us. Because it's easy to blame other people. It's easy to say white folks doing this, white folks doing that. That's the easy part.
Right.
The hard part is looking at inner self and saying, well, you know what? We need to fix this.
Accountability is like not in our DNA.
Well,
I shouldn't say DNA. Not everybody.
Some people think accountability is the ability to count. They'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, I can count.
Lord, really?
Carmel, the diva said they wouldn't need welfare if they stopped having baby with men with no jobs, no education. Bingo. And now that the state got to chase them down for child support, they're not going to get it. Here's the reality. Put the man in jail for child support is bullshit. And I'm going to tell you why. In the U.S., they say we don't have a debtor's prison.
We don't have a what?
A debtor's prison.
Mm-hmm.
But if you owe the government debt, IRS, or if you owe your baby mama debt, child support, your ass going to jail.
You is going.
So, in essence, yes, we do have a debtor's prison because you do one of those two things, yeah, your ass, you gonna get that 3 hots in a cot. Or in Cook County, you get them.
I was about to say, you get those 3 hots where we at.
In Cook County, you get the 2 colds, 1 warm in a cot.
And a microwave.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.